Hi guys, this is Day from Daelighthealingoracle, and I'm just here to give a general message to whoever this resonates with. If you've found this video, then my intention is that this message is meant for you. So, use your intuition, take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's get into this. This is a mix of some chakra and astrology cards, and I just want to get overall energy of this reading. So we've got Capricorn on the back of the deck. Now, this is very interesting because Capricorn here, I really like to talk about the fact that Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign. It's, this mystical creature, the dirt, the fact that the earth always grows and always builds. It's a mountain. So keep that in mind. We've got creativity and communication. Really, this is really bringing forth the fact that we are in the age of Aquarius now, and I think that the energy is moving so quickly. Every possibility is manifesting based on your energetic frequency and what you create. And really, I feel like whoever this is meant for, it's like this is yourself. The communication here is yourself. It's like almost like seeing half of your face and painting the rest, allowing the rest to come to life in front of you. And, Capricorn is the earth energy, and it's ruled by Saturn, and so is Aquarius. Aquarius was originally ruled by Saturn. It's the other side. And it's the fact that we are creating in new ways now, where it's so much about the creative psychic energy flow. Really, it's just everything is energy. It's about the mindset. Doing things in a different way. I think, this, because it's serious, materialistic, hardworking. But, okay, I have to tell you, this deck is like a bunch of different decks, and this has been shuffled a lot. Wow, Aquarius is right underneath Saturn. Okay, abundance. Yeah, that's the key to the infinite flow of support here, is doing it in this different way. The freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic. We're in the technological age. We can do everything. You can just click on a video and do a tarot reading. No matter where you are, you can find this information. You are not stuck. You are never stuck. Wow. Yeah, the age of Aquarius is coming in strong. This constellation is affecting us, really. And it's time to create in a new way. And that means I want to talk about the way of the way that Capricorn has been talked about, has been viewed throughout Western astrology, or just throughout astrology up to this day. And you talk about Capricorn going up the mountain, struggling, is going to keep going. But that's like this old idea of, work harder, not smarter. I think that actually the reason why you might feel like that energy leads to success is because it's the smart working diligence. It's utilizing the resources wisely. It's not It's not about just continuing to push yourself forward while you're tiring yourself out. No, it's about knowing that the moves you make are going to expel a certain amount of energy. And so you rest within yourself, you fill up your own cup, and then when you make the moves, you make them with the right energy behind them. So you just come down and you do it right the first time. And you know, this could also be related to the Sagittarius shooting of the arrow, of the fact that when you make your move, you want to connect to the divine. You want to connect to your intuition, whatever you may call it. It's your truth. It's your higher self. It's the peace you feel within, that knowing that leads you to some semblance of understanding that is, and when you connect with that is more real than anything else. Because when you find this peace within, then you stop looking outwards. And then when you do look outwards, you notice the difference. And I think that's what a lot of us are doing, is like we're on this journey of noticing the difference of how we feel when we look for external validation versus internal validation. And, you know, it really is, yes, be diligent and create what you want here and put forth your best self every day. But sometimes your best self is going to look different on different days. And sometimes like what that best self needs is rest, even when you are saying, even when something in your mind is telling you that you need to keep going and working. Well, what feels, if you can just allow yourself to relax for just a second, just a moment, and those moments grow. Okay, so I want to just pull a couple tarot and oracle cards here. I really am beginning to understand how the energy of Aquarius can be very detached, but maybe it's detached in a beautiful way, because the energy is able to discern itself. Is able to discern itself from what it wants to pull in and what it wants to communicate with. And like, that's really, you know, maybe we need to take a couple lessons about that, about how we can communicate. This is just a mix of some other decks that I have. This is a mix of the Good Tarot, the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and the Mystical Shaman Medicine Oracle by, we've got some Colette Baron Reed decks here. So we've got the Magician's Sword here, confidence in your magic. The Circle, Netcaster, preparations come to fruition, and stand still. Oh, I love that. Now, when I first picked up the cards and I started shuffling, I saw the Empty Well come out. Look, we have the Ten of Air, many paths. Ooh, the Sorcerer. And the Empty Well right there. Okay. I saw the Empty Well come out. It's like, I can understand where this energy is coming from, you know, gathering so much, making sure that everything is in order, you know, of the soul retrieval, because we gotta move forward. You know, you want to be supported, you want to move forward, gathering everything, gathering all the resources, making sure that everything is in order for winter, right? The Empty Well, time to replenish here. You know, when we go inwards, it really can be, it can be a winter in so many levels of our lives. The Tower is number 16 here. That's the Tower card in the Major Arcana. And, you know, that's about the crumbling old structures, the old crumbling structures. Things are anew, you know. It's this Aquarian age. Things are shifting right now so much. The Sorcerer, you know that going through this, you see that light. You see that light at the end of the tunnel. You see it and you know it, and you know the power within you is telling you that through the many paths, there may be many paths that you can take, but there's one essence within you that is the divine light, that is the golden sun within you, that is your truth. And, you know, you can let go of all those thoughts, all of these thoughts that we think, that we hold on to. You see how she's looking at everything. It's all outside. It's all outside. But there's one thought that's truer than all of the rest, and it's within you. And it's the golden light. It's the sword. And that will bring you full circle. That will bring your preparations to fruition. The net caster, the net, you know, in the Egyptian mystery schools, they speak about the net, it was the first. In the beginning, there was the net. It was, you know, we can stand still and we are in the net. I mean, this is looking so similar to me. And then this too. And it's like the same sort of energy here. I mean, you can see it, even like the Capricorn going up the mountain knows that. It's done in a creative way. It's done with the creative flow. We can create this all in our minds. We communicate to the universe what we want, what we see. And I know it can be so tricky when throughout life you're taught to think of things in a different way, but it can also just be really empowering to teach yourself a new way of thinking, to be the net caster, the Indra's net, the magical weave, the weave that holds us all together. And you can find that through being still. You know, I think we're taught so much in this rat race to just move forward and just, you know, ignore the sensations in our body, ignore our feelings, ignore what we really feel about things and what we really want, because we think about how we can meld that into some sort of structure that makes sense, that's palatable, that our family would accept, that, you know, that would lead us to where we think we want to be, that, you know, that we think that we have to do a certain pathway to get where we want. Well, what if you could just say, this is what you want, and then do what feels best and lead it there? And, you know, I know Abraham Hicks talks about that all the time, and I love listening. I love listening to Abraham Hicks. It really helps me. But, you know, we also like to, you know, yell sometimes, and that's okay. You know, allow yourself to be frustrated and let it go, but don't stop. Don't feel guilty about feeling frustrated by this energy of feeling like the need to keep moving forward and wanting to just stand still and relax and allow everything to come to you, but being like, what, how do I do that? Well, you know, it's part of the journey is finding that. And every time you find that stillness in meditation, it's just so fucking worth it. And I mean, personally, I'm finding that it's like, you know, I'm as I'm moving through this spiritual journey, when I feel like I've lost some of the peace of the meditation that I was feeling when I was like really in the flow. And, because it's always cycles. We always are going up and down, and actually finding that peace again, it feels deeper. It feels like we're stretching a muscle. And every time something comes up that really bothers you from an old concept, it's actually a really beautiful opportunity to release it. And like where I understand it's so annoying when you are thinking about wanting to move forward and wanting to be positive, and some other thoughts can come through, or the jumble of thoughts can come through. And I find that happens when I'm not prioritizing the stillness of my meditation practice, whatever that means. And like, that can mean going for a run in the morning, if that's your meditation practice, if that's what you can call it. I mean, you're listening to music, dancing in the morning, dancing to one song, just being able to say, my mindset is my own, and wherever I may go now, I connected with myself first, and I always hold this sword, and everything else and all of these other thoughts from other people around me as I go about my day, as I'm connecting with all these people in the circle, they're just feathers floating in the wind, because this is my truth, and this is my preparations coming to fruition. This is what I know, that I'm creating the net. I know that I'm creating the net of my own reality. And I know that with every step I take, as I connect to my true self, that's where I'm going. Yeah. So this is another, I just have these like mixtures of decks that I felt called to put together. Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. Wow. And the Justice card coming out before. I really am feeling like there's something going on with the energy of, showcasing your ability to hold your own thoughts and stand still within all of the chaos of other people's thoughts, because, and something about the creativity of, changing the thought, because that's where I'm really seeing this creativity with the communication of changing the way in which you think, in which you view and perceive, has really, really brought you forward. And congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. This feels very significant because, with everything coming full circle, like the fire dragon burns up the lower energies around you. And, the olden orange gold dragon from Arcturus opens you to the knowledge for the new golden age, carries the energy of the future, be a guiding light and clear your soul pathway. Spiritual teacher, whatever you've been doing and whatever you've been listening to, whether it's been Abraham Hicks, tarot, whatever has been, like, whatever you're drawn to on that day, go with it. Don't feel like you have to keep up a certain spiritual practice in the exact way that you have been in order to keep it, because your magic's always there. And like you've done this, you've figured this out. Whatever lower energies, if any sort of, I know with the astrology right now, this is timeless, but as I'm recording this is, we are going through a crazy time astrologically, when we have been for a long time. So there's a lot coming up to the surface it's like the last remnants, and you keep hearing that. Oh, it's all the last remnants. Well, I think we're really getting those remnants out right now. So as you continue to move forward, know that these thought patterns that may come through are just coming up to offer you the time and the opportunity to release them, and to see that you no longer choose that, and that you are actively choosing something different. And I think that really is the test that you've proven to yourself here. So I just want to get 1 or 2 more cards here as some closing advice on how to move forward, because what I want to say here is really, I mean, this card here, you have passed a test. Focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. Concentrate. You know, the lower energies will be burnt up around you. Know what communication you're receiving that are just wisps in the air, you know, and what is the truth. And you know that because it has a different light. It has a different feeling. It's the truth. When you stand still, it's the thing that when you stand still and you're in peace, it's what surrounds you. That's how you know. That's how you'll know. Okay. Let's get... This is another little mix of some of the star seed oracles and some Denise Lynn decks. If you ever want to know about my deck mixtures, you can comment and let me know. Okay, so really, let's pull in some final messages on what to remember and what to hold on as you continue to move forward on this path, because it really seems like you're on the right path. I mean, everything is working out the best case scenario. Okay. Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic on the bottom of the deck here. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. The answers are within. I mean, really, meditation here. Voyage. Something is, you know, this is coming forth. And water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Really? I mean, how many times do we need to... I feel like we all get this. This is like almost a symptom of the times where we don't think that we can rest enough, that we can just allow all of our preparations to come to fruition and just come to us. Believe in magic, confidence in your magic. I mean, come on. Ooh, adventures. Okay. Ooh, a breakthrough is at hand. Yeah, I mean, the voyage here, you know, I absolutely love this card. The whale, the flying whale, just makes me say, I always think about, you know, whales can fly, you know, there's worlds where whales can fly. And I have this beautiful image of a whale in a sunset sky. And when I see this, I feel like everything's possible. And, you know, by the moon, by the moon. Boom. We are guided by the moon. You know, your intuition is guiding you. See, the answers are within. I mean, look, here we have the gates of triumph here. Look how similar that card is. And it's this golden light, this shining star, golden light, the journey by moonlight, you know, the waterfall, the sword, whatever way you want to talk about it, it's that golden thread. It's the sun within you. It's your solar plexus. You know, it's whatever way you want to connect with it is right, because it's the way you intuitively feel that. So what I want to say is, you know, continue to focus on that intuitive knowing within you, and you are doing a really great job. And sometimes, you know, when those thoughts can come through, you are getting better each day at discerning which is just an old thought pattern that you picked up somewhere and what is your actual truth. And like every time you meditate, whatever that means, like go lie down on the ground in the rain, go lie down on the grass, whatever you want to do, it doesn't always have to look super spiritual to feel super spiritual to you, okay? You know, you can create your own discipline. If your discipline means, like, whatever that means to you, we're in the new age, okay? Do whatever you want. Do whatever the fuck you want if it feels good to you. And it feels truthful. And you can tell when that's coming from a good place by if you have centered yourself, if you've really centered yourself and you're acting out of integrity and you're acting out of your higher guidance. Because, you know, a lot of times when we act out of, we act unconsciously out of, you know, different thought patterns that we don't necessarily want to choose. You know, there's so many paths that you can end up on. There's so many possibilities. There's every possibility now. So you are truthful and you're on the right path when you're really connecting with your spiritual guidance, because that's how you can tell, you know, what's real and what's fake. That's how you can discern the real gold from the fool's gold, you know? Well, I think I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much. Let me know if this resonates with you. I really appreciate your kind and supportive energy. If you want to know any information about me or where to book a personal reading, it's in the description box below. Let's just hold some selenite here, some obsidian, and I'll just allow you to feel the energy clear you, ground you, protect you. Blessed be.